I don't have a
I
bet
know it
yet,
was
but
a
I'm going to make
tie.
one for sure.
I at this point I would bet on Tyson 100%. I don't even gamble, but now I'm kind of like I think I should gamble.
Here's the problem.
Dude, that's
though.
what I thought when Tyrone Woodley fought Jake Paul. I was like, this is such a mismatch. I almost put $10,000 on it. I was like, if I'm going to win money, I'm not going to win $13. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I want to win actual money.
Wait, who'd you bet on?
I didn't bet, thank God, because I would have chosen the loser. I was so confident.
How sad would that Discord call have been, Woody? Man, I'd have been like, shit, man, dropped in a bucket. Fuck that shit. I'd be like, damn. And Dirty would be double down, Woody. Double down. Let's play some baccarat. We'll get it right back. $200 a hand.
We're gonna gamble our way out. That always works.
I've seen
little
Dirty
clips.
gamble his way out of problems before.
And that's a long-term solution.
I won't
going to keep paying.
Some of those degenerates that we would gamble with, would go on, and after the poker game, whether they lost a bunch of money or won a bunch of money, they go play baccarat, and it'd be like these crazy swings, and people would be like in trouble financially. Taylor, I mean, like can't order food tonight. Trouble, and like bills aren't going to be able to get paid this month. Trouble, and they'd be like, they'd be playing baccarat, and all of a sudden, 1,300. 1,500, 2,200. All right, pull it out. And it's like, holy shit, that really just happened. It's beautiful when it actually happens. And every gambler out there should remember it's going to happen. Just keep doubling.
You can't win if you don't play, gamblers.
Can't win if you don't play. It's like that meme where the miner was so close to the gold or the diamond or his victory or whatever. Don't be that kind of gambler, boys.
Yep.
Yes, commit. It's a smart thing to do.
That's what the casinos don't want you to know, is that the longer they have you in there, the more your chance goes up of leaving with the money.
Jesus. Yeah. I'm glad that's not my addiction. Like you have to pick an addiction. What would it be?
I do. Like I right off the bat, I do. Like you said, you're glad that's not your addiction. What makes that addiction special is there's no downtime. Every other addiction, let's say it's Coke. Yes, it's very expensive, but you have to see a Coke dealer. You have to go get it. You have to go through this scenario, this sketchy thing where you're going to, and then you do it. And then it fucks you up. You don't eat. You're going to have to eat. So you have to eat. You have to stop to eat, whatever. Alcohol is so fucked up and crazy, but then you're drunk and everyone around you is going to pull together to stop that. Gambling, there is none of that. You can lose your savings at lunchtime. One time. Like gambling there is no middleman. There is no down period. There's no hangover. There's no Coke dealer. There's no plug. It's directly into your pocket. You don't even have to go to the bank. You can just siphon it all out right there. And it's a crazy one. That's a crazy.
Did you see that video on Reddit of the guy
What addictions people choose? But go ahead, Kyle.
There's a video of a guy on Reddit. He's playing slots, like video poker or something. And you see him do a bank transfer, and he slides $20,000 onto that slot machine, and then he hits it. I think he's paying like $700 a hand or something, and it's going 700, 1,400, 2,100, 20, and he's just boom, 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 eating through 20 grand as fast as we're talking right now.
I did that on such a small scale. I was a teenager with a fake ID, and I had 2 rolls of quarters. And how many quarters are in a roll? 40? I lost 80 times in a row.
About coins. You can ask me about fucking coins right now.
Yeah.
I lost 80 times in a row. And it was like, I'm making like minimum wage at this point.
That happened to me too. I put $25 down on blackjack, the minimum, lost that $25, and I was like, I'm never gambling again.
Damn.
It's a good way to do it.
But if I had to pick an addiction, I'm thinking sex addiction. Like,
yes,
what's
me
the
too.
Downside?
Sex with women.
Sore? Then you're fine.
Sex with women.
I think sex. Well, then you could catch you can get AIDS or something if you're like really addicted. Like if you're like I've listened to enough Opie and Anthony of Jim Norton talking about his sex addiction and his prostitute addiction that I was like, oh, this is a world I didn't know existed at all. And he has so many funny clips where Anthony or someone, it's like 2006 or something, so they can get a little wilder. And Anthony's just early in the morning, like, Jim, you seem a little tired. You good? And Jim's like, Didn't sleep at all last night. Was having a great night. 10:30 p.m. rolls around, and I'm ordering prostitutes. And they can't make a house call, and so I'm having to go out to whatever the fuck neighborhood, and now I'm looking for prostitutes, and I see cops around, and I'm trying to pretend, and I have a really good face to for someone who's just befuddled and lost. I do befuddled, lost. Oh, where am I?
It really does.
I'm out there looking for prostitutes, and I find one. Ends up she's a man. I do it anyway. And so he's hysterical.
You guys committed to the cause.
Very funny.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
But it's like. It clearly caused his life a huge number of problems. I would say
that's shocking to me because you can order an escort that'll just come to your place like as easily as you can order something off of DoorDash or any other fucking app. Everything's in your pocket, really. Like escort services are legal. I've never used one, but like they're legal in every major city. If you search your city escorts and just click that first link, it's not a trap. Like you can go in there and chat with a girl and
really.
What's illegal is body houses and like
what is that?
If my home, if you came to my house and paid me and I fucked you in my home, that is illegal. Like to have a place of business here like that,
to run a whorehouse.
But someone can do house calls. Someone can go to your house and come inside and
and then you can come inside, and then they get the fuck out, and you give them $250.
You can't stand on a street corner.
This isn't legal. You
can't stand on a street corner and what's it called? Solicit someone for sex.
All I'm saying,
and I want to clarify, legally, this is advice.
Everything I'm saying is a written script, part of an interactive art experience where the audience gets to participate.
Taylor,
nothing is true.
So in a lot of places, prostitution is legal anyway. Like Australia is just straight up legal. But definitely in the U.S., like the practice of escort services is this like happy median apparently that everybody's okay with, because those are prostitutes who come in and every hotel bar, or not every hotel bar, but every nice hotel bar has like prostitutes sitting there waiting. If there's a single lady dressed well, like sitting there at a hotel lobby, like it's 50-50 that she's a prostitute.
I thought escort just meant prostitute, and so that like they'd be watching those sites too, because it's just
what they're doing isn't illegal though. They're like, hey, you need an escort tonight? Yes, I do. All right, and then you escort. She comes and you escort her over to the bed, and then of your own volition,
it just so happens there's chemistry.
You know what? I feel like a little half and half, as they say. Remember that phrase, Taylor? Half and half.
Half and half.
What does it mean?
It's like half oral.
Where she like really sexually frustrates you and then leaves.
Oh, okay.
And you negotiate yourself a little fee there and get down to business, and everything seems on the up and up to me. This isn't legal advice or anything.
I also want to say I know no one's going to believe me, but I don't have an experience with prostitutes.
Zero.
It's not a thing that I ever was about or wanted to do. I've been with girls that I know have been a sex worker to some extent, whether if it's even being a webcam girl or whatever, but I have friends, and I always did have friends, even for the longest time, like when I'm playing Halo 2 online, I have friends that are taking a portion of their work budget and they're going out and they're getting like hookers on the weekend. And as appealing as it was to me, because I'm like, whoa, that's so cool. You get to fuck them. That's crazy. I'm also like terrified at the idea of letting this stranger into my home and onto my bed, or going to their bed, or going into a hotel and doing it with them. I don't like the vibe of that. I don't like
pretty
it.
skeevy.
You like to have sex outdoors?
I don't want to sound like listen, let's say I meet a girl and we hit it off and it's great. And she's like, oh, the night before I met you, I had sex with the 3 basketball teams.
She must be loaded.
I'd be like, hey,
can I borrow some cash?
I'd be like, now it's my turn. But I wouldn't have a problem with that. But I don't want a person in my bed who sucked 9 dicks before they came here.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't.
Well, it's hard out there.
I'm just saying. I respect it.
That explains why you made.
You need one of those right wing like YouTubers to be like, "Oh yeah, you want a girl who has never sucked 9 dicks? What race does she need to be? Can she be
No, but
overweight?
just not
No?
today. Just not today. That's my thing.
0.2% of women.
With a
It's just like-
0.2% margin of error.
Like they just
Actually, this is
blew,
her. It's a
blew
nun.
them.
Yeah, I agree with you, Harley. It's just
Like I smell them. I would smell them on
They're
her.
gonna shower before.
it's
I understand, but it's like, and I'm coming from a person I really don't like. A girl's past never bothered me. I'm just saying, actively, I don't want to be a customer.
Mm.
You know,
I feel like
don't-
we're all customers, frankly. Now, I've only done it once or twice, I think, and I didn't ever do any of the paying. It was like a thing that happened, but we're always paying. Like if you're dating and like, I don't know. Hoping
No, totally.
Yeah, but there's more to it when you're
I feel like
you
I've taken out a
ideally
girl-
care about the person.
I probably, when I was single, took out a girl who was one at one point, maybe, or to an extent, some way, shape, or form. And then I have taken her to a dinner that was very expensive or on a whole night, and then done it with that person.
Yeah.
But that's different in my brain.
You know
It's
what I
just a
did?
different
I
thing.
did. I did the stupid thing. I got the prostitute, and then I took her to the expensive dinner.
I almost like that better.
Yeah.
Now it's a story in my head. It's like, I'm like, what am I doing? It's crazy now.
Yeah, we had-
I'm so
we-
naughty.
we had what was probably the worst sex of my life that ended with an orgasm, and then I took her to one of the more expensive dinners I've ever paid for in my life.
Why on earth would you do that?
I don't know.
It's like, I'm going. You want to come?
I was going with the flow, Taylor. You know, sometimes you just
Sometimes you just go with the flow.
I like that. I do that a
you feel a
lot.
strong wind at your back, and you say, "Let's
Yeah.
fucking go for a
You're
ride."
like, what
I
do you
do
want
go
to
with
do
the
now
flow a
other
lot.
than
How was
leave?
the conversation?
Oh,
How's
pretty
business?
good because I was cracking jokes about like the absurdity of the whole thing, and then Jeremy was there, and so he'd never been in like a fine restaurant before, so he was hilarious. You know, Jeremy is missing teeth. He's a hick. I love Jeremy. I do. He's a nice guy. He's a kind soul. But he's a hick. You'd call him a hick. He'd admit to being a hick. He has a tattoo of the rebel flag and another that I gave him. Okay, he's hardcore. And there he is, like sitting there. The waiter comes and he orders a pickle shot and a Miller Lite, and they look at him like he's speaking Swahili, and he breaks down what a pickle shot is as if he's speaking to a moron. The waiter's wearing a fucking bow tie. He goes, "It's a pickle shot. It's a shot of pickle juice and a shot of tequila. Real simple." And I'm like, holy shit, you're being rude to a fancy man. Don't do that.
I say you're not accustomed to people sitting down and immediately ordering multiple alcoholic beverages.
That's what he does.
And you're going to want to keep those coming.
That's what he said.
Really?
I'm paying $3 or $4 a beer and $12 a shot for these pickle shots. And the guy goes, "We have bread and butter pickles in the kitchen. I suppose we could dip the seeds out." And he's like, "That'll do." Because he was clearly being like, "Nah, man, don't order that." So then when we ordered the entrees, everybody else ordered normal fucking entrees. I have a steak and a baked potato and a salad. And 4 shrimp on top. Let's go. And he's like, "I'll have the lobster macaroni." And he goes, "And what for your entree? This is no. A big bowl of that lobster macaroni. That sounds good." And they brought it to him. They made him a big bowl of macaroni, and he sat there and he ate lobster macaroni while I ate like a fucking steak, and she ate a goddamn crab or a lobster or some shit. And it was the most awkward thing ever. And he drank $80 worth. Yeah,
Was
of course.
she charming?
Yeah, I mean, as charming as a dirty whore in Dallas can be, or what was it, Houston maybe?
Did she know how to order?
Yeah, she knew how to fucking order, but also she didn't know how. That was the bitch that had her period and had one of those like diaphragms or cups in, and then I knocked that thing loose, and then by the time I looked down, it looked like Jason had murdered her pussy. Like I had blood all over my thighs and like groin. Like I it was disgusting. I said, "We're blood brothers." tried to go for a little levity after that. That was gruesome.
Blood all over me. You get tested regularly.
Dude, you know, what are you gonna do? I think I had open wounds too. A pig had bitten me either that night or the night before.
Wow. You know, the more I think, the more you tell this story, the more it seems like there were 3 Stooges at this dinner.
I want Netflix to make this more than Borderlands.
Well, the fucking prostitute's blood got in my pig bite. And
But I'm not the hick. That was that other guy.
Dude, I was playing a goddamn character, so when we go meet these people, like to do business with them, they would expect that character, and I aim to impress. So if it was like that time I smashed that bottle and ate those mashed potatoes, like I was doing the same thing, you know, out there killing those pigs. So I had to fight the pig with a knife, and he bit the shit out of me. I'm lucky he didn't like hit my femoral artery and just kill me right there in that field. That'd been a fun story.
that'd have been an embarrassing way to die.
Embarrassing way to die. Being gored by a pig.
Yeah.
Oh, but the pig would have died too, because
if that would have happened to you, Kyle, I would have come out there and choked you and pulled your pants down and jacked you off a little bit.
Tell people it was a bear. Tell people it was a bear.
No. Just
y'all move the big. You take the big pig I've been fighting and drag it away and put a little pig next to me. FPSRussia turned out to be a bitch.
Bit by a chipmunk.
Yeah, that's that was not a fun experience. I'm pretty sure that's my one and only like prostitute sexy time. That was just abominable though. Yeah. So I don't recommend it. It just seems like an easy way to get things done.
Of the addictions, I feel like gaming, not gambling gaming, like being addicted to Halo or Call of Duty or something, that in my head is the most harmless one.
No,
you know
the
what?
runner's high. I want to be addicted to a runner's high. I want to be out there running 5 days every day. Just
working out.
But wait, no, but you could be addicted. I look at some streamers like
success.
Top streamers. Literally, I was going to say like top streamers or whatever, they are addicted to putting out their content or their work or whatever it is that the void is that they're trying to fill. You're hitting like 400 something hours a month streaming.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Speaking
but
of
even that's like work for them. If we have to pick a negative addiction, someone
addicted to work. People are
playing
addicted to
Halo
work.
for no money by themselves or with people online or whatever. That seems like the most harmless to your life overall.
I don't know. It depends what's going on in the rest of your life, right? Like we see. I can't remember who it is, but there's that streamer where like you looked at his room and it was just Jesus.
Asmongold. Yeah, he's a huge streamer and he
blood on his wall.
He posted pictures of it and it's disgust. I saw a clip of him. There was a roach crawling on him.
And you saw the blood on his wall?
Is that him?
It was, yeah. It was crawling on
him. How many of us
you...
are willing to move their webcam around?
Well, let's not throw stones in glass houses here, boys. Nothing wrong with a hard-working streamer. That's what I always say.
I mean, it was tax season, so there's personal documents. So I won't do that, nor will I do it next week.
Move a few things. Hang on.
I can relate.
Yeah.
He's got, what's it called? He has blood all over his wall because he wakes up in the middle of the night and his teeth are bleeding.
Is that a sex doll or is that a big titty friend?
He's a big titty friend.
Wait, his teeth are bleeding in the middle of the night?
Yeah, he wake up in the middle of the night, his teeth would be bleeding, so he'd wipe the blood on his wall.
Oh, that's
so that all his teeth blood stains next to the wall that he sleeps next to.
Yeah, and there's
let's break this down. So because honestly, I'm okay with it. I this is okay. So my room isn't my room isn't anything like this, but as I look at this, it's not that bad. So up on the shelf on the top left, I see a bunch of electronic cases, you know, graphics cards, and it looks like he built a PC.
Find us the full photos, Zach, because there's a bunch of rotten food in the photo I see.
Okay, yeah, because that's what I'm only seeing one thing of food that's clearly probably gross. There's like
you have to look at the reflection on the screen. There's a cup there. That cup has Dr. Pepper in it. Probably
I see two, Kyle, on the left near the computer. There's some
like a burrito bowl or something like that.
But if you look straight ahead by the monitor, there's more. Are those eggs?
There.
Okay. We hit the mother load. So now what I'm seeing is that he shops at Costco and he buys enormous crates of Lay's variety packs.
He's very frugal.
Holy shit.
And he's also extremely loaded, I would imagine. He puts out content like crazy.
I was just watching a video of his.
This is the house he grew up in, I think. But all the cups freak me out. They're all like Dr. Pepper big gulps.
You know they're gross in there, so there's like mold and stuff.
Yeah, but he also doesn't. He used to not brush his teeth. He had like a black thing growing on his tooth for a while.
That's wild because like the collection of cups that cleans up, and I bet I could clean that in under a minute if you challenge me.
Yeah, if you're holding a trash bag in one hand and you're getting shit done,
dude. If I was in that room and there was some circumstance that I was there, I would be like, hey, you got trash bags, right? And I would do that real quick because I'd be like, I can't be in here.
What do you do when you start finding gross stuff that you want to deal with?
Get some gloves. I'm gonna be like, hey, let's if you want, make it a stream. Like let's get a little done here.
Whiteboy used to do that. Whiteboy used to be like cleaning my room streams, or like he'd do like, oh, you remember Road to Commander? He'd do like Road to a Clean Bedroom. Jesus. But he'd never like make it to Commander. Whiteboy 7th Street.
Oh no, not Whiteboy. Who is this?
Where's
we're looking
the cum?
This is Asmund again, right?
Where's the cum? Yeah, it's the same. It's the same room. You're gonna think it's a different angle. Where's the cum?
So I don't mind the clutter.
Go? Where's the cum go though? Where's the cum?
Look at he's got a boom box in there.
But where is the cum?
The cum?
What's that?
Jism?
What is this?
Okay,
that's his room.
Look at this. Look at that.
Well, it looks like at some point someone cleaned it up for him. Clearly.
Yeah, but I mean, anyway, it gets clean.
Cum?
You can tell he just cleaned it because the impressions
on the wall next to the tooth.
There were impressions of items that had been on the carpet.
Oh, it says today I finished.
See where this PC is?
Yeah, you wrote today I finished. Where's the cum then?
Yeah, look right there. See, you can see where the PC used to sit right there, and then above that another one. So he just cleaned this shit.
Yeah, I mean, this is who cares?
That's gotta feel so much better.
Yeah,
it's so much less stressful to be in than
4 years ago.
It's got to be healthier too, right? Like that.
Yeah, but this is 4 years ago, so it's probably fucked up
shit.
Now. Yeah.
So one time he cleaned his room. Cool.
Oh, this is 4 years
It seems like
ago.
he could offer someone $1,000 to just make this problem go away.
Was that
let into his home?
Was that clip of the bug crawling on him?
See, that goes back to
That goes
back to Harley's legitimate concern about letting a prostitute into his house, into his bed. You know what I mean? Like, sure, there are people who would come and clean your house, but do you really trust them to like go through your shit and clean it the way it needs to be cleaned? Like at some point, they're going to be like, okay, I found all these credit cards and here's an ID from 2 years ago. Is this your passport? You've been looking for it. I didn't steal your ID. Have a good day.